It's Hero February, and that means it's time to build Hero Factory creations. So to get you inspired, let's take a look at some heroes and some villains. Let's get those creative gears turning. We begin with a very fun design. This is Miku 2.0 by Austin TBI. The description for this states that this is a hero that's not only powerful, but she's the best idol in the galaxy. Obviously, this is taking Hatsune Miku and finding a way to fit her into the larger Hero Factory world. But I like that idea. Yeah, the heroes are heroes all the time, that's their job. But what do they do in their downtime? What if you were a hero / pop sensation? Maybe Furno in his downtime volunteers at a soup kitchen. Maybe Stormer works at Disneyland and he wears little Mickey Mouse ears. We don't know what they do for their hobbies. We don't know what they do as a little side career, you know? Why not build existing characters or brand new characters or characters based off of Hatsune Miku and other stuff like that, and see what kind of fun lore you can create. Oh, but I love the creativity on this creation. Using those lovely azure bone pieces to pull off her incredibly iconic hair. These pieces do exist, of course. They appear on a set like Thornrax. That's nice. It gives you posable hair that's decently accurate in color. What more could you ask for? Oh, by the way, the builder has stated that all the pieces used to make this MOC, in the colors that they are right here, well, all of them exist, except for two pieces, the helmet and the hero core. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like you could easily replace this azure hero core with like a standard white one, and it would look just as good. As for that mask, yeah, it's unfortunate that it doesn't appear officially in azure, but come on, I'm sure there's an alternative thing you can do with multiple different pieces, and you could replicate essentially the same look. So ultimately, I think you could build this in real life if you wanted to, or just build it digitally. It's basically the same thing. A really nice touch here is the inclusion of these breakout stringer speakers. These awesome armor attachments, they just look really cool. But of course, the best thing is the fact that they are sound and music themed. I mean, there isn't a better piece to include on a MOC like this. Man, you know, nothing beats a Hero Factory MOC with really fun, original theming like this. Up next, an untitled creation by Quanto MOCs. Ah, dude, the aesthetic on this is incredible. That lone green area for the eyes, the big weaponry, and then all these nice mechanical details pretty much everywhere on the MOC. This kind of reminds me a lot of Lockdown from Transformers. Same colors, same vibe, same big weapons. This could very well have been the inspiration for this MOC. But of course the builder has heavily modified it a fair bit, which is expected. He's given it its own personality, which I always like to see. So some of those changes, the light bluish gray areas and the hints of yellow. It does add a lot, doesn't it? If this was all monochrome black, yeah, it might be okay, but introductions of new colors really make this shine. But let's go back to that face. Using just the faceplate piece from Brain Attack sets, and then adding some long black antennas, hey, this is awesome. It is worth noting though that kind of looks like a darker shade of green. In official Hero Factory sets, they don't come in this darker shade of trans green. So I don't know, maybe this has been dyed, and maybe this is a knockoff piece that does come in a slightly different color. Whatever it is, who cares? It looks good. I also like that this is being paired with a trans green little computer screen. This comes on the Ninjago movie set for Lloyd's Dragon. You can see it just here. That's such a nice touch. I love little light up displays on weapons like this. Oh, it would be so sick to see a whole team of villains that are styled to look like this. Did I say villains? I meant heroes, but actually, you know, villains or heroes, I think they both fit this aesthetic very well. I'd love to see more MOCs in this style. Hey, now's the time to do it. It's HF Feb. Go build yourself some baddies that look like this. Anyway, I like this next one. Infected Sentry Droid by Lobster Lego. So the idea for this is that there's various droids, little surveillance droids, and they're tasked with supervising, guarding, and surveying Hero Factory. But during the Brain Attack event, well, these surveillance robots became infected by the brain slugs. And now they're enemies. It's fun to think about that. What other things could have been infected by the brain slugs? Interesting, isn't it? I feel like that's a whole creative launching point for you to make your own series of creations. It is nice to see a Hero Factory creation that's not really humanoid, giving this tank treads for the feet, making the eyes be a part of the torso. That looks sick. And how about all these new mechanical details and greebles? Yeah, we got shock absorbers, we got wires, but my favorite detail is this blaster in the very center of the torso. This piece naturally has a bit of an angle to it. So the fact that it neatly fits into the angled gap that is in this torso, it's a match made in heaven. Oh yeah, and then Vapor's mask for shoulder pads. This creation is something else. Time to give some love to a villain. This is Von Ness, and it's made by Scarcity True 7356. Now remember, Von Ness, he's the hero that eventually becomes Von Nebula, one of the main bad guys of Hero Factory. I guess this is kind of like an alternate take on the character. What would he look like if he stayed a hero? And what would he look like if he became an XL character? It's fun to think about, but even cooler to see physically built. I really like seeing a lot more blue and trans blue in the color scheme. Yes, it was present on the original set, but there was so little. It was like 5% blue. Adding in way more just kind of makes this design feel a lot more interesting. But I'm rather intrigued by this eye. It's using what looks like a trans dark blue 1x2 curved slope. And it's giving him a kind of heads up display. But according to Bricklink, this piece does not appear in this color. The closest you can get to it is trans light blue. This is trans dark blue. You know, you often see the trans light blue version in various water designs on official sets. So what's the deal here? Well, this could be a knockoff piece. This could be a Q part. This could be a knockoff piece. Or Bricklink just hasn't updated the new variant of this color, and I'm not aware that it appears in a set. There's many things it could be. But whatever it is, it looks really good. Little mask enhancements like this, I love to see them. Check out the blaster. Making use of the Paraka set Hakan and his gun. It's a great idea to use this as a bit of a base and then build around it to make something bigger and better. Maybe you could do the same thing. I like this design a lot. The last creation today is Breeze by Franken Korpan. Breakout Breeze is often thought of as the best version of that character. And I get it, I totally agree with that. It's pretty hard to improve upon this perfect design. Although this creation kind of accomplishes the impossible and manages to improve upon it. The armor detailing on this torso, the shaping, the sick looking shoulder pads. And now she's even got a pop-up shoulder cannon. The builder went all out. Now I really enjoy these knees. The upper arms do something a little bit similar where you get two CCBS armor shells and kind of layer them together. But this here with that more pronounced knee. I've always liked how that looks. There's something a little more dynamic about the design. And when you look at the whole silhouette of the MOC, it just really improves it, doesn't it? The feet are also pretty cool, making use of these 1x4 curved slopes. It makes for a nice little shoe or boot. And check out right here, how this piece branches off into a smaller CCBS shell. Dude, the shaping on this is next level. What an amazing creation. Hero February is such a good time. You get to see so many incredible MOCs, all themed to the great theme, Hero Factory. Maybe it's your time to build something cool from the world of Hero Factory. Hopefully this has given you some ideas. And if you need more, check the links below. You can find the social media of everyone I featured today. Go see some of their other stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now. Has anyone ever got Mark Hamill to sign any like Von Nebula or Hero Factory merch? Because remember, he was the voice of Von Nebula in the old movie. I wonder if he even remembers voicing the character. I'm sure he does. He seems very passionate about what he does.